Howdy, y'all. Good afternoon. How is everybody? Queen Elizabeth in Texas. Did y'all know that? Man, tired. I say that every time. Hey, Genghis Khan. How are you today? Yeah, took a day off. I don't know how many days I worked in a row, but I don't count them. It was a few. I don't know, more than 10, I think. Hey Terry. Hey Sue. Good afternoon, Sue. A few days ago, it was Sue's birthday. Happy belated birthday, Sue. In case y'all are wondering, she's 21. Congratulations. As we say in the U.S., when you're 21, you're legal. Sue can drink in the United States. Yeah, good to see you, Sue. We were having problems, me and Sue. Figured it out. Well, it's the anniversary. You're celebrating your anniversary of your 21st birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah. Yeah, day off. And I need it because I stayed up way too late last night. It was a bad idea. Yeah. Queen Elizabeth II. 1991, Genghis. She came to Texas. Now, I don't know. I had just moved. So, I just moved away from Texas in 1990. So I wasn't here when she came. On a horse with Reagan? Did she get on a horse with Reagan? I didn't see that anywhere. Reagan wasn't president. I don't think. I don't think. C91? I don't know. Maybe she did. I don't know. I don't know. I looked up a bunch of articles. I don't know. I mean, Reagan's not from Texas. He did enjoy horses, but his ranch was in California. Yeah, Bush was president. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Now, Bush is from Texas. George W. Well, George W. wouldn't have been president in 90. I don't know. I'm so confused. Yeah, George W., I think. Both the Bushes are from Texas, although they spent a lot of time in Maine. George H.W. did. The original. George H.W. W. Bush, he's not a junior. They have different middle names. He's not a junior. But yeah. At some point. Yeah, she liked horses. Reagan liked horses. Yeah, I don't know, Terry. I'd have to look up who was president. Maybe it says in one of the articles. Usually I'm pretty good at that stuff, but man, I don't know. I'm tired this morning. My head's not, my brain's not working yet. But yeah, Queen Elizabeth II in Texas. Out today on the channel in Windsor, you think, Genghis. Okay, that. Yeah, they both had an affinity for horses. For sure. I released today to the regular channel Bristol Balloon Fest Fiesta at Rith and Wells. Not getting very many watches, which is typical for my channel these days. Get a few good videos. Well, a few videos that get watches and some that don't. I put out also my cooking in Dallas video. Yeah, Terry's mentioning it. You know, I put it up on the cooking in Dallas channel. And then I made a little intro and put it up as well on the American Reacts channel. It was a twist on British cooking. Hiya, Chappie. With gentleman's relish chicken I made. Terry said he never heard of gentleman's relish. Have y'all ever heard of gentleman's relish? And Marmite roasted potatoes. I had Marmite still. So I found a creative way to use it. I made cheddar and chive scones. I put that video out on both channels. Nobody's watching it on either channel. And that was like, that thing, I started cooking around 6. Because I worked yesterday. And I didn't get to bed till like 2 a.m. I put like 8 hours into that. And busy with other things, Chubby? Yeah, well, the spinach salad, that was easy to make. So, spinach salad, but yeah, that was like an 8-hour endeavor by the time I cooked it, ate it, cleaned up, edited the video. That was a labor of love because nobody's watching it. But that's okay. It was fun to cook. Yeah, but that was a serious meal. And yeah, it was delicious. The Marmite roasted potatoes were the best. You watched the baseball vlog from yesterday today, Choppy? That's baseball in the UK. But yeah, just roasting a chicken takes, I don't know, it took about an hour and a half just in the oven. And yeah, that was quite the endeavor. My son and I both were like, and I liked the Marmite. I liked the Marmite when I tried it. He didn't try it. My son said he didn't want to try Marmite when I tried it. And then we both were like, wow, those potatoes are so good. I don't even know why I was surprised. I did like the Marmite when I tried it. But yeah, I made a Marmite butter. And those potatoes, yeah, they were the best part of the meal. Oh, you got a month off, Genghis? Just chilling. The chicken was delicious, I will say. I did get the perfect cook on that chicken. And when I cut into that chicken, it was so juicy and so tender on the inside. The gentleman's relish, which was just an anchovy paste, thought she was going to be shot dead, Choppy. Yeah. She wasn't. uh, the chicken was so juicy. But I have to be honest, the avocado paste, the gentleman's relish that was on the outside, you couldn't really taste it that much. It did have a crispy skin. It was super juicy on the inside. But most of the flavor on the chicken kind of came from that little sauce I made with pancetta, white wine, and herbs. That was the best part of the chicken. But the Marmite potatoes were so good. And the scones were good. A nice savory scone with English cheddar and chives. I made them square. It's a little bit different. But yeah, about 8 hours I put into that video. They say labor of love. But it was fun. So those are out now. I did eat good, that's for sure. Queen Elizabeth in Texas. Who's playing today? Any big football games going on in the UK? I just wonder who's on. Choppy. Is Newcastle playing today? Yeah, that was a lot of time I put into the probably too much time. Newcastle versus Liverpool, huh? Good luck. They play later? Or they play now? When's y'all's next, when's y'all's next party? When does the UK have another holiday? I mean, like, we got the Super Bowl coming up next. It's almost, everybody has a party. Tonight at 8. So, Newcastle plays Liverpool at 8. So that's like 2 o'clock here. Easter's your next holiday. Do y'all party on Easter though? Yeah, 1 o'clock here. Yeah, I'm off today. I bet I can watch that game. Yeah, it's probably not on Sky TV. It's probably on Peacock. If it's on. Yeah, you kids get the week off for Easter, Choppy, but is that a party holiday? Like, we have these holidays that are just, I mean, they're not even national holidays, but they're just days when parties happen. Don't you get, yeah, I'll check and see if that Newcastle game's available to me. Maybe I'll have time to sit down and watch it. But like, the Super Bowl's a party day. It's on TNT probably, or Now Sports. TNT? See, even like, I don't know, do y'all get TNT there? They're not necessarily the same. It could be on TNT there, but not here. Yeah, family. Yeah, Easter's a family holiday. It's not a party day. Like, like St. Valentine's Day will be the next party we have after the Super Bowl. Now, around here on St. Valentine's Day in my neighborhood, because there's a ton of bars over there on Greenville Avenue. They do a big Valentine's Day pub crawl. There's also what they call a Cupid run, like a little, I don't know, 5K or something. And that runs through my neighborhood too. People dress up like Cupid and they run. And then that's a big party day. Yeah, a lot of times, Terry, different television channels, they have different contracts in different places. So TNT may have the rights in the UK. It could be on TNT in the US, but I'd be surprised. TNT is a British channel now, sports is Hong Kong, the commentary is in English, but the captions are in Mandarin. Well, TNT is not a British channel. That stands for Turner Network. That was founded in the US by Ted Turner. But they may have the rights in the US, I don't know. A lot of the football games in the US are owned by NBC Sports. And they'll put them on Peacock. That's their streaming channel. Yeah, NBC, right. NBC has the rights, Terry. So that means they could put on any of their channels. But yeah, I think I'll try to watch it if it's available to me. I think I'll watch it. I might hop on it live stream for a minute if I can watch it. But then we'll have, after St. Valentine's Day, then we'll have St. Patrick's Day. That's a big party too. Don't y'all do that? Y'all have like weekends, even if they're not like St. Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day. They're not national holidays, but they're party holidays. Now, St. Patrick's Day is big in Dallas. Do y'all do a lot on St. Patrick's Day? Is that a big day for you? Dallas has the largest St. Patrick's Day parade in the Southwest. There'll be about, I don't know, 150,000 people descend on my little neighborhood for the St. Patrick's Day parade, which is on Greenville Avenue, which you've seen me on Greenville Avenue. That's right by my house. I live in the Greenville neighborhood. And it will be packed. I'll take y'all. I'll try to live stream that weekend from Greenville Avenue. I won't go all the way to the parade because it's crazy. The parade is up the street a little bit, and it's crazy. It's crazy. It's hard to get in and out of there. They shut down the streets, a giant parade. And that'll be a big party. My neighborhood will be overrun. It's Greenville Avenue, so for some reason that became the headquarters for St. Patrick's Day in Dallas. It's a big, big thing. I'm just wondering when y'all's party days. When do y'all get together? Then we'll have Cinco de Mayo. It's the 5th of May. It's a day about some battle Mexico fought during their independence from Spain. It's not Mexican Independence Day, but it does have to do with Mexico fighting Spain. And we party on that day. So I was just wondering, don't y'all have days like that? Y'all just don't? Y'all don't party? Y'all don't have big parties on days like that? Anyway, Queen Elizabeth in Texas. Here's just a little brief paragraph. Queen Elizabeth II's visit to Texas in 1991 was a historic event as she became the first British monarch to set foot in Texas. First one. Her trip included stops in San Antonio, Austin, and Dallas, and Houston, where she was greeted by prominent political leaders and received warm welcomes from the Texas public. During her visit, she expressed pride in Texans and their loyalty, stating, "No state commands such fierce pride and loyalty." She also received cowboy boots from the Texas legislature. What do you think she did with those? She got some cowboy boots. Her visit was marked by her genuine interest in learning about Texas and its history. She was often seen as a gracious and approachable figure. She stayed at the Adolphus, Kingus, that's right. Remember when I showed y'all the Adolphus downtown? The Adolphus is right across the street from where I got held up by finger point. But yeah, she stayed at the Adolphus in Dallas. It was a nice hotel. So, I was not in Texas at the time. I do kind of remember it, but I wasn't here. So, she was probably sad about that, because I did hear she asked about me. She wanted to know. She wanted to know. She always keeps her gifts, I'm sure. They're stored away in many chambers. She must have warehouses full of them. You think she put them on first? Just tried them on a little bit. Okay, when she came to Dallas, she spent 3 days in Texas as part of a tour of the United States. You saw her when she came to Bath, Adrian? She made stops in San Antonio and Austin before coming to Dallas on May 22nd, or May 21st. In Austin, she attended dinner with then Governor Ann Richards. Ann Richards was Texas' last Democratic governor. Ann Richards. She was quite the character, Ann Richards. She was pretty cool. And was pretty beloved in Texas. But she was the last Democratic governor elected to Texas. It says she wanted to see Texas. She came and had a wonderful visit, then Governor Ann Richards said. The gallery around the rotunda filled up. She was just awed by the response at the Capitol in Austin. People clapped and were so supportive of her wanting to come to our capital. She spoke to the Texas legislature. As I said, they gave her cowboy boots. She thanked them for the generous gift. It said that while the Queen appeared to most to be stoic, that wasn't who she was when you met her in person. Because they sort of tell you that you should never ask her a question, you should make a statement. They really prepare you, but when you're with her, you're totally comfortable. You can do things that are maybe not correct, and she's very gracious. This is what the Secretary of State Hutchinson at the time said. This is also Hutchinson talking. She was the state secretary at the time. So she also had a way of changing when it was necessary to change. Sometimes leaders don't do that. She showed that you have to have an instinct when you're a leader of maybe making an accommodation or doing something you maybe thought you couldn't do. She did that on several occasions. Yeah, they loved her. In the U.S., we loved her. She was universally beloved in the U.S. She only spent about 7 hours in Dallas. She accepted gifts from Dallas and Fort Worth and made stops before spending the night at a hotel. The royal couple arrived at Love Field Airport, that's not far from me, where she was introduced to Dallas Mayor Annette Strauss. So Dallas also had a Democratic mayor at the time, a woman. While a band played the Yellow Rose of Texas and the theme from the popular TV show Dallas. The Queen's first stop in Dallas was the Adolphus Hotel where she stayed. She sent a thank you letter that still hangs there in the Adolphus, and then she was taken to the Meyerson Symphony Center. It's downtown Dallas. I've been many times, where they performed God Save the Queen and the Star Spangled Banner. Also, a mariachi band played and a folk dance group performed 2 ethnic dances from the Mexican state of Jalisco. President George W. Bush called Queen Elizabeth II a woman of great intellect, charm, and wit, describing their time at Buckingham Palace. Oh, okay, that's when he met her. So yeah, that's what she did in Dallas. Now, I also found, what she did in everywhere else. She went to San Antonio, Austin, Houston. Yeah, she met with a lot of politicians. She also met with Lady Bird Johnson. Do y'all know who Lady Bird Johnson was? That was Lyndon Johnson's wife, former First Lady, Lady Bird Johnson. Lyndon and Lady Bird Johnson were also from Texas. Texas has had a few presidents, a few Texans become president, including Lyndon Johnson, but Lady Bird Johnson was quite an environmentalist. She unsuccessfully tried to ban billboards. She tried. And so she met with Queen Elizabeth at the time. She also, I saw in one of these articles, that she made a joke, but I wondered if that was true. She's the first and only British monarch to ever visit Texas. Yeah, Chappie, I know the royal family don't always live at Buckingham. Did you know that Great Britain was one of the first countries to recognize Texas as a republic back in the 1800s? They were like, okay, I recognize you, you're a country, you're a nation. But only the Queen, Elizabeth II, ever visited Texas. Now it says Charles has been here, but it was before he was king. She also went to NASA in Houston. She went to the Riverwalk and even took a boat ride in San Antonio. And she visited the Alamo. Her husband, Prince Philip, obviously was with her. Apparently he was very interested in Texas history. It also says that she's the most traveled monarch in the world. I didn't know that, did y'all? Most traveled monarch in the world. I'm trying to find this little, so there's an old saying the Texans say. It's kind of an old joke. And it said she made it. I saw it somewhere, but now I can't find it. Does she joke much? I know what the saying is, but I'm trying to find where she said it. I can't find it or who she did. Excuse me. Or who she said it to. This is a picture of her with Ann Richards, the governor of the state of Texas at the time. She never had a passport, no driving license. She didn't need one. Did she? Yeah, she did meet then President George H.W. Bush on that trip in Washington, D.C. before she came to Texas. On that same trip, she traveled through Virginia, Maryland, Florida, and then Texas. So yeah, it was a little bit of everything she hit. But yeah, I can't find it now. But apparently she quoted the old saying that I wish I could find it. She landed in Austin, which I find kind of weird because it's a big airport, but Dallas and Houston have much bigger airports. But there's an old saying that says something about if you if an American tells you where they're from, if an American tells you they're from Texas, I can't remember the quote. Anyway, it's an old joke apparently she made. Now I've lost it. But I don't know, were y'all fans of the Queen? Or not so much? Just Americans? I mean, not that you disliked her, but she was held in a lot of reverence here. I guess we just felt like she was a likable person. Well, they also gave her a cowboy hat, a Stetson. And apparently, yeah, Prince Philip was kind of into Texas history. I guess that's why they went to the Alamo. She did come in May. And it was probably, even though it was May, oh no, February, it says. I thought it said May earlier. May, yeah, May. It's probably still a little bit hot, especially in San Antonio. But apparently her big quote was, "No state commands such fierce pride and loyalty. Lesser mortals are pitied for their misfortune in not being born in Texas." That was her big quote. But yeah, it's just something I found last night when I was looking around the internet. And I like to try to tie in the UK and the US, especially if I can find a US or a Texas tie to the UK. Yeah, Prince Philip was very curious-minded, Adrian, very intellectual. Yeah, apparently he was really into trying to learn about Texas history. Maybe that's why they went to the Alamo, which is in San Antonio. San Antonio, it's a weird city. Has anyone ever been? Genghis, you've been to Texas, but not for very long. I think you said you spent a day or two in Houston once. Anyone ever go to San Antonio? It's populous. There's a lot of people live there. I mean, it's one of the biggest cities in the U.S. Texas, Houston, and Dallas are all top 10 populated cities in the U.S. Three of the top 10 right here in Texas, and San Antonio's big, but it has more of a small town feel, and it's largely Mexicans. In San Antonio, it's way down south, and I mean, there's a lot of places where they only speak Spanish. In San Antonio, I live down there too. I mean, you can go into certain places, especially if it's like a taqueria or uh, they have a lot of Mexican drinks like horchata and fruity, icy drinks. They have these little places, like maybe what you might think of like a smoothie place, but these are like Mexican smoothies kind of. You go into a place like that in San Antonio, they're probably not going to speak English. So there's a lot of places like that. Largely Spanish culture. Kind of a small town feel, even though it's huge. And there is some poverty there. It's not a rich city like Dallas or Houston. It's a little more working class. There's a lot of military bases in San Antonio. Chappie, I don't fluently speak Spanish now. I can sort of speak Spanish. uh, Enough to get by in a place like that where I gotta order something. Uh, I speak I speak painter Spanish, but so it's a little bit of it's just a weird vibe in San Antonio because it's a little bit poverty stricken or more working class. It doesn't have a big metropolitan feel, even though it's very populated with a lot of people. Downtown San Antonio, there's nothing too special about it except the Alamo is right downtown. The Alamo is right downtown San Antonio. And the Riverwalk, which is downtown, but it's below. You go down the steps below street level. That's where the river is, and then you're in a different world. It's like suddenly you're in a different world. All along the Riverwalk is spectacular. Like I said before, downtown San Antonio, not that great. Walk down to the Riverwalk, which is downtown San Antonio, and you are transported to a totally different world, and it is spectacular. And because of that, they get a lot of tourists. So it's a touristy base. Their economy is heavily based on tourism because of the Riverwalk. And a lot of places they have a big convention center, which is right on the Riverwalk. And tons of places hold conventions there. Almost every weekend, all the time, there's a big convention in town. So it's very touristy. But if you get outside, if you really get to know the city, it's different. Yeah, there's people from all over the world fighting at the Alamo. but they died. But they died. Most of them, including Davy Crockett, died at the Alamo. Yeah, the Alamo is weird because it's not very big, and it's just right downtown. Just right downtown. It's small. When you see that, it's kind of underwhelming. You're like, really? It's pretty small. The Alamo was a mission. It was a church founded by the Catholics. It was not a fort. It wasn't meant to be a fort. It was a Mission de Alamo. But it is a fun city. I lived in San Antonio. But different than the other large cities in the U.S. A gunfight at the OK Corral? That wasn't in Texas. That was in, you know where that was? Because that really happened. Nobody died. I don't think anyone died. Maybe one guy died? I don't know. Gunfight at the OK Corral wasn't very deadly. Yeah, it's more hyped in movies and stuff. But it was a showdown. That's right, Tombstone. That's where the gunfight at the OK Corral was. Tombstone, Arizona. Robert Redford. I mean, there's so many movies about the gunfight at the OK Corral. I mean, even the movie Tombstone shows it. Wyatt Earp, his brothers. Yeah, that all really happened. But it was kind of a non-event compared to the rest of the stuff that went on around there. Hey, Ben. How's it going? So yeah, I was up so late last night. Yeah, you can't believe the movies. Yeah, they're just movies. But the gunfight did happen at the OK Corral. Don't believe in the movies. Yeah, I was up so late. Like I said, I spent 8 hours between cooking, making that video, editing it, cleaning up, eating. Yeah, Tombstone's a great film for sure. Doc Holliday. Val Kilmer, rest in peace. He crushed that role, didn't he? You know Daisy, you know Daisy at all. You know, there's a part in that movie where Doc Holliday is there in the bar where he spins. Remember that part where he spins the whole little tin cup on his finger like it's a gun, and he's all drunk. He meets, what's the other guy's name? The other character he meets for the first time. They kind of threaten each other. He kills that guy at the end, and he tells him, you know Daisy. You know Daisy at all. There's a little portion there in that movie where they speak Latin. Yeah, he spins a cup. He speaks Latin. You remember that part? Him and the other guy. God, what is that other character's name? He's a real person too. I'm just blanking. But yeah, him and the other guy speak a couple phrases in Latin to each other. And you can look up. It doesn't put the translation on the screen. You can't tell what they're saying. But if you Google it, you can look up what they're talking about in Latin. I don't remember now. But I have looked it up before. Yeah, good movie. Tombstone. What's y'all's favorite movie? I got 15 minutes to kill. You want to talk about? I think I've asked the question before. But what are some of your favorite movies? No Mono Nego, right? That's what they're saying. Had to learn Latin at school too. I never learned it, but I did look up what they were saying at one point. I do like Tombstone. I'd say it's in my top 10 movies. I've seen it so many times. Ringo. That's the other character's name. They're teaching Latin still. Well, they still teach Latin, Adrian. They still teach it. You like Lost Highway? I've never seen that. Ooh, you like the Wrong Turn movies, Terry? I've never seen those either. See, Lost Highway, that sounds familiar, but I can't think. Sue. Sue, you're only 21. Last one you watched was Taxi Driver? Well, that was an old film. Uh, Lost Highway, who's in that? Can't think of what that movie is. But they taught Latin in my high school. They were teaching Latin in Scotland in the 70s. I'm confused, y'all. Greetings, BDR75. And you as well, David Rogerson. Yeah, Ringo knew he wasn't a match for Doc. Yeah, in the end, when he sees Doc show up and he thinks it's going to be Wyatt Earp, his face goes pale. Yeah, I like the Bond movies too. I don't know what the Lost Highway is, but yeah, I'm confused why you were talking about they used to teach Latin. I taught Latin in my high school. They still teach Latin everywhere, right? Did they stop teaching Latin in the UK? Love all the Bond. Yeah, I love the Bond movies too. I'm a big fan of James Bond. I couldn't pick my favorite movie. If I have to, how do you pick your favorite movie? But if I have to go with what movie have I seen the most times? If that's an indicator, barring Christmas movies, because I watch some of the same Christmas movies every year. Yeah, Adrian, I took French in school. Even in university, I took French. So barring Christmas movie I've seen the most is probably Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Bill Pullman, Patricia Arquette, Nick Nolte, Richard Pryor, David Arquette, Moore, and Lost Highway. That is a stunning lineup of stars. I've not ever seen Lost Highway. I've never seen The Hills Have Eyes. Yeah, I know you meant Ringo Gingas. Yeah, if you're going to talk about horror movies, I probably haven't seen them. I get bored trying to watch horror movies. RoboCop and the Green Mile, you've seen the most? RoboCop, filmed right here in Dallas. I don't know if you knew that. RoboCop was filmed in Dallas. Green Mile is a good movie. That's a Stephen King book. Did you know that? It's a Stephen King book. So is Stand By Me. So is Shawshank Redemption. Yeah, Shawshank is a good movie too. I would put Shawshank in my top 10. I've seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou the most, probably. And I also like the movie Cold Mountain with Nicole Kidman, Jude Law. And it takes place during Civil War times. Yeah, Lord of the Rings I've also seen a billion times, as well as the Star Wars movies. I've seen those a bunch. Then I have like my uh, I have certain movies that like I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed I like them. I'm ashamed I watch them every time I see them. I feel like Pitch Perfect, the acapella music movie. I can't. If it's on, I can't stop watching it. It's a guilty pleasure. Pitch Perfect. I can't turn it off. If I see it on, I just keep watching. I don't know why. I mean, it's pretty good. The first one. I mean, who didn't fancy Carrie Fisher, right, Adrian? Y'all know, I'm sure that Debbie Reynolds was her mom. And Eddie Fisher was her dad, right? She had famous parents. Carrie Fisher. I never seen Brokeback Mountain. I like old movies too. I love old black and white films. I mean, I have to say Breakfast at Tiffany's, I've probably seen a million times. I also like the writer Truman Capote, and he wrote Breakfast at Tiffany's. And that movie has a lot of quotes straight up from the book. Some movies change the book a lot, especially back then in those times. Books and movies almost almost couldn't tell they were the same. But Breakfast at Tiffany's, Truman Capote wrote such good language that they just used it a lot. Yeah, Hot Fuzz is good too. Yeah, Matter of Life and Death, Just Before the Life. Huh? We talked about that before, Sue. I think David Niven used to. But yeah, movies, I don't have a lot of time to watch them either anymore. But if Shawshank comes on, or Tombstone, if I'm passing by a channel, or Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, or Cold Mountain, Pitch Perfect, I'll watch them. But I used to love, like, I was a big Liza Minnelli fan when I was younger. If I saw any Liza Minnelli movie on, I would watch that. I've seen all of her movies, and some of them are bad. Now, I'm also a big fan of her mom. I'm a big fan of The Wizard of Oz, the books, and the movies. Yeah, Good About Your Chips. That is a good movie. I have seen that. Yeah, The Blues Brothers, the original one, very good. Clockwork Orange, Stanley Kubrick. That movie's weird. I have seen it. But it's kind of weird. It's also a famous book, Clockwork Orange. And these are all good movies. Yeah, Blues Brothers, great. I have a few comedies I really like. Well, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou's kind of a comedy. The Good Son. I don't think I've ever seen that one, Chaplain. But yeah, The Wizard of Oz holds a special place in my family. A lot of us are fans. Do y'all realize there's like a whole series of books that Frank L. Baum wrote? There's like 18, 19 books. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz is just one of those books. I've got all of the books. There's a lot more characters that come to life. There's the Hungry Tiger. He becomes friends with the Cowardly Lion. There's a Shaggy Man. He wears shaggy clothes. He's always got an apple in his pocket. Dorothy has a chicken. And Bellina in one of the books. And it's more of a main character like Toto was. Yeah, Mel Brooks movies are really good. Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, History of the World Part 1. Yeah, Mel Brooks. I do like Adam Sandler movies too. Yeah, Blazing Saddles. All those Mel Brooks movies are so good. So the producers as well. Kingpin. That is one of my favorite comedies. Oh, and how could I forget? I do love the dude we were talking about comedies. The Kingpin's good. Woody Harrelson, Randy Quaid. Woody Harrelson is very good. Talking movies. But y'all never did tell me when you're next. Y'all don't have party days? Yeah, Marvel films are good. Almost all of them. Guy Ritchie films, yeah. I can't pick favorites either, Ben. Can't pick favorites either. Too many good ones. I've only seen the first American Pie movie. Yeah, where he was in Cheers, Genghis. It's what made him famous. Natural Born Killers. Tarantino wrote that, starring Woody Harrelson. Tarantino didn't direct Natural Born Killers. That was Oliver Stone. But that's a good movie too, Natural Born Killers. I do like Tarantino. I love Inglourious Bastards, Django Unchained, obviously Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction. Probably Reservoir Dogs is my favorite. Okay, Choppy. He's gonna watch Leeds versus Arsenal. Facebook Land. Facebook. They made a Facebook movie. Oh yeah, Shaun of the Dead is so good, Genghis. That movie's awesome. I could watch that over and over. It's so good. So funny. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, y'all never just say y'all don't have just party days like we got coming up, the Super Bowl, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, where we just party. Cinco de Mayo. I was like, when's y'all's next party day? We party on Memorial Day, Labor Day. Any excuse to have a party. We have a party. I've seen Paul. I thought it was okay. I have a lot of favorite old movies too. I do like Casablanca. It's a good film. Not that much of a fan of Citizen Kane. Um, I like The Maltese Falcon. I like some Humphrey Bogart movies. Love Katharine Hepburn back in the day. I do like some old movies. Halloween parties? That's it? Why don't y'all party more? Yeah, Genghis is off for a month. He's partying. He didn't invite me over. I like John Wayne movies. You know, his name is Marion. John Wayne's real name, Marion. Yeah, my dad liked John Wayne too. Yeah, Ben, I'll probably think of more movies too later. But I was thinking about running to British Emporium today, but they don't open till later, and I'm gonna be busy. But I'm trying to find a time to run over to British Emporium. Yeah, True Grit. It's a good movie. I like Rooster Cogburn better. Kind of the sequel to True Grit they made called Rooster Cogburn. That's a good one. Magnificent Seven. Seen that too. The Dirty Dozen. That was a good war movie. I mean, we didn't even talk war movies, y'all. So many good war movies. How about the Green Berets with John Wayne? That was a good one. Yeah, so many good war movies, right? I like Glory with Denzel Washington and Matthew Broderick. It's a Civil War movie. If you haven't seen Glory, it's a good. Ooh, Hacksaw Ridge, Ben. That is a good movie. Based on a true story. Andrew Garfield. I think Clint Eastwood directed that, maybe. Hamburger Hill is good. Fury is good with Brad Pitt. Ice Cold and Alex. I've never seen that, Adrian. Yeah, they did a few Dirty Dozen. They've done a few Magnificent Sevens. But Dirty Dozen originally was good. The Bridge on the River Kwai. The Bridge on the River Kwai. That is good. It's got British actors too. I mean, Saving Private Ryan. That's got to be one of the best war movies. Unforgiven. Clint Eastwood again. That movie. The thing about Unforgiven, yeah, it's just not a typical movie. It doesn't go the way you think. It's a good movie. Good movie. Pale Rider, also. Good movie. Trying to think of really good war movies. I mean, Saving Private Ryan's gotta be. I don't think I've seen The Eagle Had Landed. There's so many good war movies. I will watch Hacksaw Ridge if I see it come on. That movie's really good. Ice Cold and Alex star John Mills. I don't know that movie at all. I never heard of it. The Eagle Has Landed. Where Eagles Dare. I don't think I've seen that either. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get to British Emporium one of these days. It's a British war movie. And get some stuff over there. See what they got. I want to try Coleman's mustard. See what all the hype is about. I want to try Iron Brew. I know they have both of those there. They also sell treacle, in case I want to make some kind of dessert with it. Yeah, they have some other stuff. I did get a better look at the British sausages that they sell at British Emporium. And I was zooming in, I was trying to look real hard at the label. And then I saw on the label, it said, made in Houston. So they sell British style sausages. Love cold Iron Brew, June. I want to try it. Coleman's mustard powder is strong. They sell both at British Emporium, the powder and the mustard. I want to try it. I think they also sell frozen sausage rolls and frozen pasties and frozen pork pies, but they're not made they're made here. Oh yeah, Schindler's List. That's a really good movie. How about Ferris Bueller's Day Off? That's a good comedy. Whenever I see it, I'll watch it. So yeah, I still don't think I can get authentic British sausage. I was looking at getting some authentic smoked haddock from Scotland, and it is expensive. I can get smoked, it's haddock, right? I can get that smoked here in the US. It's much cheaper to import it from Scotland. Whew, too expensive. I keep trying to find British sausages made in the UK. But yeah, smoked haddock and mackerel. Yeah, I was gonna make Cullen skink. I am gonna make Cullen skink, but I'm gonna use US smoked haddock because it's way cheaper than importing it. They're proud of their smoked haddock in Scotland. But yeah, I'll wrap things up. When I can, I'll get time to go to British Emporium. I'll take y'all with me on a live stream. They open on the weekends like at noon, and they open on the weekdays at like 10. Yeah, smoked kippers. I've seen those in Whitby. I'll try anything. I don't think I've never had smoked haddock. I've had mackerel before. Never had smoked kippers. But y'all have a good day today. I'm sorry that y'all's country doesn't have parties like we do. Because I keep asking y'all, when's your next party? And no one's telling. So maybe y'all just don't want me to know. Y'all party every day. But you don't want me to know. But yeah, everyone have a good day today. It's good to see you, Adrian, and it's real good to see you, Sue. Happy belated birthday again. Genghis Khan in the house. Good to see you, June. It's good to see you. Terry. Ben. Good to see you all. A couple new folks here today as well. Choppy, it's good to see you. I'm going to see if I can watch the Newcastle game today. If I can, I might jump online for a little bit. David Rogerson, good to see you here for the first time in the live stream. And BDR75, you're pretty quiet. I don't know if you're still here, but from Fife, Scotland, and I am a big fan of Scotland, in case you didn't know. But it's good to see everybody. I hope everybody has a good day. I'm a little tired because I didn't get to bed till like 2 a.m. Cooking all that food for a video no one watched. No comments or 2 comments. No watches. Y'all go over there and comment on that video so people see it. Terry already did. Just go over there and go like, what is this numpty doing cooking these sort of British foods? Go over there and say, you can't make square scones. Something like that. I love it when one of the museum videos I watch, and you saw it for a bit, June. I'm just kidding, really. I don't care if nobody watches it. I'm just like, go over there and make some rude comments. That'll boost views. But whenever a museum is free and they say it at the end of the video, oh, entry is free. I kind of love that when they say it at the end of the video, because no one watches videos to the end. Nobody. Y'all, don't say you do, because I know you don't. I can tell. No one watches videos to the end. There are very few people watch videos to the end. And so if they say it's free at the end, nobody sees that. And then you'll, in the comments, it'll be full up. Every other comment will be someone saying, also, it's free. So I love that. I love they're not watching to the end. You do, Terry. I know. So, sometimes you do. I'm talking about in general. But so yeah, when I see at the end of a museum video, the guy goes, "Oh, and it's free," and then I'll even like the National Railway Museum. He said it at the end, and then I said it. Oh, it's really cool that it's free. I even said, "Hey, I'll donate. I'll donate when I come." But if you look at the comments of the National Railway Museum video in York, half of the comments are people going, "By the way, it's free." So yeah, go over to my cooking video. Even if you just tell me, just everybody go over there and comment, "By the way, it's free," on my cooking video. So we can drive up views. At least go over there and hit the like button, even if you don't watch it. That'll help. But yeah, everyone, have a good day. And I do highly recommend Marmite roasted potatoes. Make a little Marmite butter. I mean, I did use much more butter than Marmite. Like, I used 4 or 5 times the amount of butter to 1 part Marmite. But make some Marmite butter and put it, I think it'd be good on any vegetable. I think it would be good on like broccoli or carrots. I think it'd be good on any vegetable you roast. A little Marmite butter. I infused mine with rosemary and garlic. It was delicious, y'all. I was I was surprised. And so was Sage. We were both like, wow, that is really good. It was really, really good. So I would suggest a little Marmite butter infused with a little, I use grated garlic and rosemary and 1 part Marmite to like 4 parts butter, maybe more, and put it on any type of vegetable and roast it. You won't regret it. It really was delicious. I'm not lying. It was really, really good. Really, really good. I will say I prefer regular scone to that cheddar and chive scone I made. So that scone was a little bit of a miss. It was okay. But the Marmite potatoes, bang, that was something I will make again, which I'm glad I like because I have Marmite still left over. But y'all have a great day. It was fun for me. As always, I enjoy the live streams. Y'all have a great day. Wayne from Dallas, Texas, signing out.